Hi, I am Nicole Guzzardi, your host of The Real NG. And the purpose of my show was to bring together women of all different backgrounds, some that have had, situations in their life that propel them to another level, um, some that have just overcome a lot of struggles. But the main focus is to bring together real women with real life problems that came up with real life solutions and overcame these problems. That was is my mission. So that is my mission for the Real NG. Again, to bring together women of all different backgrounds, all different situations, and have them share their stories in hopes that it'll help you with maybe a situation you might be going through. So I'll start with myself, obviously. This is the first episode. Let me introduce who the Real NG is and a little bit about me and my background. So we'll get started. Um, Again, my name is Nicole. I am the founder of an all-women's networking platform. It's an empowerment group for women. It's called the Committee GNO. It stands for Girls Networking Out. In addition to the committee, I also have a nonprofit, the S.M.A.R.T Foundation, that stands for Single Moms All Rise Together. And that is a nonprofit designed to help single mothers so that themselves and children do not have to go without. And then my day job is I'm a real estate investor. I develop real estate. I buy, fix, and flip homes alongside of my boyfriend, Billy Alvaro. We have rental properties. We have Airbnbs. So that is my day-to-day 9 to 5. And then, of course, the committee and S.M.A.R.T. Everything takes up my time. But the one common denominator, wait, but the one common thing with all three things that I do, the real estate, the committee, and the S.M.A.R.T Foundation, they all help people. So just me as a person, I've always been someone that liked to help people, someone that liked to encourage people, motivate them. I'm huge on support. I kind of blame it on my background, my cancer background. I'm a Cancer by sign, and they're just naturally nurturing people. So that's my mission, is really just to bring a community of women together and feel empowered and know that they have support. But now on the real estate, getting back to that, how I help people, we typically buy distressed properties. So a person in a situation, they might be losing their home, they could be losing a job, they could just be relocating and not wanting to go through the hassle. So we come in, we save the day, we purchase it for cash without going through the hassle of the market. And again, these are people that are in distress. So for me, that's a way of helping them. And we'll go into my backstory. So how I got started. How I got started in real estate specifically, and then how I got started with the committee, and then how I got started with the S.M.A.R.T Foundation. So we'll start with the real estate. So let's rewind back to 2017. I was going through my second divorce. I was losing my house. I was renting a car. I was on food stamps and public assistance and Obamacare. I mean, you name it, I was probably at one of my lowest points. I happened to go away for a weekend, and when I went away, I met a guy who changed my life forever. So at that time, I was going through it. I told him, run. I said, life is a beautiful mess. Every day above ground is a blessing, but you may want to run. He said he'd take his chances, and the rest is history. But when I was going through the mess and losing my house, I obviously wasn't saying any of this to Billy, but eventually, slowly, I opened up, and the countless times he called me and I was probably crying, or my kids were upset because they saw me struggling, whatever the case was. I did open up. I did tell him what was happening, and he said, let me help you. This is what I do. I help distressed homeowners, distressed sellers. I was actually renting at the time. I wasn't even a homeowner. I was renting. But he says I help people in distress with their homes. So the backstory of my house, I was renting because we had already lost our house. So I was renting, and I came home. There was a sheriff's sale notice on my door. Now, again, going through a divorce, having 3 children, on food stamps, I mean, you name it, at the lowest point, Now the house is getting taken. So I was just like, what can I do about this? Billy, being the investor, working with distressed properties, said we can actually buy this house back, put some money into it, and flip it. We did just that, and that was my first paycheck. That was my first experience with flipping and developing real estate, and I was sold. I was hooked. I watched Billy do whatever he did. I was his shadow. He was my mentor. I watched the way he spoke to people. I watched the way he interacted, what he said, and that's how I learned how to do it, by just shadowing him, mentoring him, literally repeating everything he said. The first year in business, I was able to generate over $1 million of revenue. So I didn't only get that just by watching Billy and listening to what he said. I got the knowledge, I got the experience. But what I did is I said to Billy, I'm in this new career. It's a new industry for me. How do I get my name out there? He said, why don't you just start networking? Go out, see if you can network, put your name out there, get your name out there. That's what I did. So I said, instead of going out to networking groups, I'm actually going to create my own networking group. I posted something on Facebook. The first meeting had over 50 women attend, and the Committee GNO was born. So with the Committee GNO, we are an all-females networking platform. We look to encourage each other, support each other. We're just a huge community of women, entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs. Some are just fresh out the door starting a new business. Some have very little experience. Some work for people and just want to connect with other like-minded women. But we have all different walks of life in our membership, the GNO Committee membership. All different levels of experience and just different women. So all different backgrounds. And again, I said, I need to get my name out there. I whipped together this first meetup. We had a great success. And then every month we met up after. So every month we would meet all the women, and it just organically grew. It was a beautiful thing. The women loved to come. They loved to connect. They loved to be inspired and around other like-minded women. So it just grew naturally. And fast forward, we've been in business now 6 years. We still have a monthly meetup, but it's for members only. So we have a membership-based community. We meet every month. Again, it's just a huge support. We love it. I love meeting up with the women every month. It's just such a great outlet. And again, it's just a great way to generate business. So that's how the committee was born. That's how investing started. Now, 7 years or 6, 7 years later, I'm in a different place than I was back in 2017. Literally 20 something years ago, like to the day almost, my best friend and I was going through my first divorce, and I'll get into that in the second half of the show. But was going through my first divorce, and my girlfriend and I, my best friend Nadia, we've been best friends since we were 5 years old, and we still are. We would talk about needing a support group for women going through divorce, single moms, whatever the case. We spoke about this so much that we spoke it into fruition, because here we are, 2024, the S.M.A.R.T Foundation was formed. Nadia is my vice president. She is one of the founding founders. And alongside we have Oriana Calise and we have Danielle Cafaro. So all of us are single moms or were single moms at one point. We've overcome a lot. We have a community, and we've all desired a community of women in that situation that we can just lean on. We could support each other. We could be a resource to each other. We could just be a friend. That's it. Just someone that you know that can relate to what you're going through. But yeah, the S.M.A.R.T Foundation, again, it just started back this year. So it's been 1 year, February of 2024. It's going to be February of 2025 will be 1 year. And so far we've done amazing things. We continue to do amazing things. It's pretty much, in the beginning, of course, like anything new, you have to learn the ropes. So the beginning was a struggle with just learning how to navigate and raise funds, all of those things that come along with having a nonprofit, and almost, having to speak for a ton of different women. So not just yourself, like me being a single mom at one point. I wasn't just speaking for myself. I'm now speaking for a ton of women that, are in some sort of situation that need resources or support, just a community of women. So that's how the S.M.A.R.T Foundation was started. just speaking about it 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago, needing it for myself, and then being in a position now today to be able to start this and to be able to encourage and support women in that position, and just hopefully, build a community of strong women that can help other women that might need the support and help. So, but I have, like I said, 3 different hats that I wear in business, and then I have a whole other wardrobe of hats that I wear at home that I'll definitely get into. I would love to, I'm happy to share my story. I hope it encourages someone. I hope my sharing will support someone and help someone not feel alone, and maybe see that there is hope, that you can start over no matter what age, no matter what happens to you. There is life after a situation that might have put you back a little. There is life after that, but the one thing that I will stress is you cannot sit back and wait for it to happen. You are someone that has to take action and make it happen, because that is the only way you're going to get out of your own way. That is the only way you're going to see progress, is by putting the work in. So I've had a long journey, a long struggle. It's not always been bad. I've had a ton of good times in between, but I have such a great story to share. And as soon as we get back from this commercial break, I'm going to share my story with you some more.
Hey, Jay from State Farm. Check it out.
The old Fumble-Rooski.
Or you can bundle home and auto and save money. The old Bundle-Rooski.
Ooh, that's a better play.
Plus, it's more fun to say. Bundle-Rooski.
Yeah.
Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski. Bundle-Rooski-doo. Try it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan.
He can, though.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ha!
We follow pizza drivers, make sure the customers get a Pepsi.
Is that legal?
That's a gray area.
Pizza guy!
Pepsi guy.
Can you back off?
Yep.
To enhance your pizza's flavor. You want to give it a taste? Well,
Not going anywhere, pal.
30 minutes or less? That was more like a fuck up.
Are they usually naked? You'd be surprised.
That's the perfect combo.
Just like us.
Yeah, he's still following me. I don't know, some kind of TikTok bullshit.
There's nothing to grab onto! Let's go to our next segment, Fairest Calls, inspired by Geico's fair and fast 24/7 claim service.
Do we have to do the Geico stuff while I'm here?
Yep, we do. Let's play the clip.
Holding, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
This literally happens every game. Can we just skip to the action?
Nope, nothing but fair and fast claims, just like Geico. Here's the next clip.
But I don't want to play the clip.
Pass interference, number 34.
Wow, doesn't get any fairer than this, boys.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
So we're back. My name again is Nicole Guzzardi, and you are watching The Real NG, which is a show about women facing any different challenges, all different backgrounds. It's just real women, real life, and real solutions. So back to my story. So I gave you a little bit about me on the career path and how I started my 3 arms of business, my 3 hats that I wear. But I didn't get to tell you who I am, like who I truly am. So who am I? I'm a mother, of course. I'm a partner. I'm a grandmother. I'm a niece. I'm a friend. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. So I've a million different hats that I wear on the personal side. And honestly, I mean, with all of those hats I wear, I have to say that every single one of them is just as important to me. You know, I take every role that whether it's career, personal, I take every role that I play very serious. That's just who I am as a person. I'm hard. I have a very hard personality because I'm very, how do we put it? If I have something in my vision, if I want something, I will go through high lengths to get it. I don't stop, I push forward. A lot of times I think that because I'm always so determined to do or get what I want, I become very hard. A lot of times people take that as, me coming down on them or maybe attacking them, but it's really like just me being passionate about things. So I always try to tell people, like when I'm having a conversation with them, if it gets a little heated, it's not that I'm mad, it's not that I'm yelling, it just might be that I'm very passionate about what I'm talking about. So, but yeah, I mean, I as hard as I am, I'm also so soft. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a Cancer. I think I said that. So my zodiac sign is Cancer, which naturally we are just nurturing people. We are just emotional people. And if you had to say one thing about me, I would definitely say I'm an emotional person. I wear my heart on my sleeve, like I said, and if I care about you, if you're in my circle, I will go through the nth degree to help you, to support you, to just be there for you. So I think that's where me finding a community for women, on the professional side, and then also one for the single moms, I think that's just where that came about and how that came about, just my natural nurturing, supportive personality, I guess, or trait that I have. But again, as like I said, I could be very hard, I could be very soft. Now, as a mother, you could talk to my kids. My kids will probably tell you that I'm always hard. That if my hair is up and I have my robe on, stay away, which is probably true, because if I'm not up at the crack of dawn with my hair and makeup done and I'm in a robe and my hair is pulled back, that means something is up. Because I get myself up, I show my children, make your bed every morning. Your day does not start without your bed being made. I tell them, if you want to show up in the best way you possibly can, that means you need to present yourself in the best way you possibly can. So if you leave your house, I said this to my daughter all the time in high school, my oldest daughter, if you leave the house and you're wearing sweats or you're not feeling good about yourself, chances are you're going to put the wall up, you're not going to really want to talk to people, you're not going to be, I guess, as approachable. But notice, if your hair is done, you got an outfit on that you love, your makeup is done, you're ready to run into anybody on the street, you're ready to talk to people, you're ready to show up as your true self. So I always say, start your day on the right foot with my children. Always, like, just start off on the right foot, make your bed, get dressed, do your hair and makeup. Even if I work from home, I will sit at my desk with my hair and makeup done. It makes me feel good and it makes me more approachable, in my opinion. I'm easier, I think, to go up to someone and approach them, to talk to them. I think that if someone were to approach me, I would be more susceptible to talking to them because I feel better about myself. So, yeah, but again, as a mother, I try to instill in my children to make all the right decisions. I try to tell them to show up, be themselves, because the best thing you can do is just be yourself, be authentic, because that's who people are going to like. If you are constantly trying to be something you're not, it's just going to be a battle. You're going to find yourself not being happy. You're going to find yourself wishing and wanting and never doing. So show up as yourself. You'll get much more done. Be true to yourself. Be respectful. I always tell everybody, be respectful. And, and just, if you're good to someone and they're not good to you, it's on them. It's not on you. So as a mother, again, I just try to, I guess, show up and be the best version of myself. It's not always that way, especially, going through 2 divorces, having to start over and find a new career at 40 years old. Like, there's definitely been some hiccups, and, I'm sure my children have felt every emotion that I've been through, whether I wanted them to feel it or not. I'm sure they've felt it. But the one thing I can say and be so confident in saying is that my children, for as many bumps that I have endured, they have seen me climb over those bumps and those hurdles and come out on top. So the one thing they will say about me is my mom is a fighter. She does not give up. they see that I work hard, and I just hope that I can motivate them. I hope that I'm inspiring them, because believe me, I mean, this is just real talk. Coming from 2 divorces, how do you think that would look to your children? I mean, you want them to be respectful and loving and kind and give people chances, but at the same time, then you're leaving a situation and leaving a relationship twice. And, you know, for me, it's really important that they see me as a role model in a positive light, because of course there's been so much negative that has happened, you know, but I can for sure, with certainty, say that they look at me as a role model because they see that I've never given up. I've always just climbed any roadblock. I would plow through it and just make it happen. So I know that they look up to me, and I know that they see that I'm a hard worker. I know that they respect me, although at times they probably don't. They're children, and I know that. But I just hope that, you know, if my message reaches anybody, it's to show that you can start over, that you have to be yourself, that not just because you've been put through challenges, that doesn't define who you are. You know, if anything, it makes you stronger, or it should make you stronger. You know, again, my mission is just to support women, just to support any walk of life, you know, that a woman might be facing and challenging. And again, with the career, you know, with the committee, having a professional platform for women to go to, and then with the S.M.A.R.T Foundation, having, you know, that support system for single moms to go to. You know, the S.M.A.R.T Foundation, like I said, it was designed for the single moms to help them, to be a resource to them. So if you are a single mom and you are a mom in need, if you're looking for community, if you are looking for support, resources, go to the smartfoundation.org. That is our website. Reach out to us. We have a hotline. Just all ways of supporting you. We would love to do that. And then on the flip side, if you are a professional woman and you are looking to connect with like-minded women, visit the Committee GNO.com. That's our website where you'll find where we, you know, all of the things that we offer. There's just such a great, we have a monthly membership, and there's just such a great community of women that we would love for you to all be a part of. And then if you're ever in a bind or you're looking to sell real estate, whether it's an inherited property, it could be, you know, a foreclosed property, a vacant home. You could just be driving around your neighborhood and notice, hey, there's a house that looks like it needs some TLC. Write down that address, send it over to me. I'll make sure you guys have all my information, how to connect with me. Send over the address. If I lock it up, if I go into contract, I will pay you for that lead. So I always say anybody can make money with me. Just send me houses that you think that I can buy, renovate, and resell, and you'll get paid on them. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm honored, you know, to be able to help women. I love doing it. It's my passion. It's something that, you know, I've always, like I said, from a young age, just always saw the vision of doing it. So being middle-aged, I guess now, close to 50 years old, and being able to give back and support women, it's just, that makes me feel all the more accomplished. So again, I hope my message reaches you guys. I hope you continue to watch. I'm going to have amazing women on my show. Again, all different walks of life, all different backgrounds. Every one of them has gone through something, a struggle. They overcame it, and that's where we got real women, real life, and real solutions. All these women, they overcame something, and we want to share it with you. So thank you for listening, and I hope you tune in to my episodes.